sure that doesn't go in. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to Tom and Harry SMMA. Right, in this video, we're going to talk about how to win 3 marketing clients as a beginner, total beginner, in just 10 days or less. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into the video. And let's start the timer, Harry, because we're going to do 10 minutes. We're just going to bat it out and talk freely about it. So how would you win 3 marketing clients as a beginner in just 10 days? Let me set the timer.
I've just said it.
You said it. Again,
Yeah.
after the timer's done, then we're done.
Well, I think before we go into it, mate, let's address the elephant in the room that we always slag off these types of videos, but we're going to do one.
Yeah, agreed.
But
That's because they say shit like how to make fucking 10 grand in 1 week, and all this shit, which is completely unrealistic.
Yeah, I think three clients in 10 days. It's very, very doable. We've done it many, many times where we've signed, I think our record's like 6 clients in a week, and that was back in November. I think November we had 6 clients in a week, and it was just ridiculous. However, the journey to those 6 clients didn't happen all in that week. So we didn't cold call them on day 1, sign them on day 3. It was like a progression. So I think the number one reason that I can say, mate, is by hitting those cold call numbers. If you're smashing through, if you want to hit 3, you're going to have to smash them really heavily. There's no reason why you can't smash through 100 cold calls in a day.
Yeah.
There just isn't, is there? Like in 10 days, you could get through, you could do 1,000 cold calls in 10 days. That's what and so that's 1,000 cold calls. If we reverse engineer like our sales team's statistics, you're probably going to book, I can't remember what their booking rate is.
If you're a beginner, then like listen to this. Like if you are a beginner, Harry, like it is daunting, isn't it? You know, you are
Terrifying.
It's terrifying because you and also you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe, you think you're an imposter and you think, oh, I'm just going to try it. And what if they know I've not got a client? What if they figure out that I'm a fucking loser, basically? Which you know, we've all been there. But I think you're right. Like the first thing is when you're trying to win, all you're trying to do, just break it down. I don't want to overcomplicate this. And this is something we teach in the academy too, in our academy, is break it down to a human level. Yeah. It's a person talking to another person. And all you're trying to do is convince that person that you know what you're talking about and you want to be given a chance to help their business, right? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We don't need to call them clients. We can call them people. Okay. We don't need to call you a marketing agency. We can call you a freelancer, you know, whatever. And this is some of the trouble is actually some people try and make it sound the biggest thing they do is try and make it sound like there's some CEO of like some massive corporation. And that's why they get nervy because they're like, fuck, what if I'm exposed and I'm not? You know, and I think to win your clients in the first 10 days, Harry's kicked it off right. You've got to talk to people and as many people as you can.
Yeah.
Ring, and you can't do it, and you can't hide behind just sending a poxy little email, and which is way too long for them to read. You've got to get in the face of people, literally. So either go in person or get on the phone and start talking to this person.
Yeah.
So 10 days, that's a week and a half.
Yeah.
Speak to as many people about what you know and what you do as you can.
Right. I've just got Carla, our lead salesperson, his tracker up, and I've got so many videos that Carla and I have filmed for cold calling, which are going to come out very soon. They just need to be edited. But he's got this month here. It was last year. He cold called 1,000 businesses over the month, which was we averaged 46 a day. Now you can get through 1,000 in a day. You can get through 1,000 in 10 days. It's 100 a day. Tom, when you were cold calling for like the business prior, you did like 150 a day, didn't you? Or something like that.
Yeah, what in our agency?
No, not before the agency, but when you had the sales job.
Oh yeah, the one I got fired from. Yeah. I was making in some I was doing like 200 calls a day.
Exactly. So there's no reason why you can't get, because a lot of them guys aren't going to pick up. So let me just run you through these stats. So 1,000 cold calls. He did this in a month. You can easily do this in 10 days because he had to do the sales calls as well. And obviously loads of other jobs that he does. So there's 1,000 cold calls. He booked 2% in this particular month. He ranges between 2 and 5%, but in this particular month, he did 2%. So we're even being conservative if you're a beginner. 2% of those meetings became 2% of those calls became a meeting, which is 25 meetings. He had 75% show up. So I think that's 18. He's not filled that. So he's got the percentage, but not the actual number. So that's 75% of them showed up. So let's call that 18. And then we signed in this month 20%. So we signed 3 clients, 20% of the attended meetings. So 2% of the calls made got a booked meeting. 60% of those booked meetings showed up. 20% of those attended meetings became a client. So that was 3 clients that generated, this is closed monthly recurring revenue of 5 grand. So what's that? 5 grand divided by 3. The average client retainer in that month was £1,666 on 6-month contracts. So the contract value brought in was around 25k that month. So from 1,000 cold calls in a month, which you can do in a week, as long as you hit those numbers and you have the ability to conduct successful cold call and a successful meeting, you will sign clients.
Yeah.
And
okay, so that brings us nicely to the next point, really, mate. Is like, if you're going to do in the first 10 days, if you're going to how to win 3 clients, you do have to then have quite an established presentation topic. Like, and again, this is called, like, let's not overthink this. This is just you telling them what you do and what you offer, and getting it to fit with their business.
Yeah.
And if you do it in a really gentle way, and you hit all the right points and you cover all the right, it will cover all the right aspects of marketing and what you're going to deliver, you will get really, really interested people, won't you?
You will.
And I think the other thing, mate, is like, going back to my comment about pretending that you're the CEO of like some big business. I think in the first 10 days, if you're a beginner, I don't necessarily think you should say you're a beginner, but I do think you should say like you're freelance. You're a freelance marketer. I think that's important, because people go, oh, me and my team, and we are so and so marketing. It's like, well, I think you need to just be a bit more honest with.
I think it also hinders you. It's like, because it's like, if you say you've got a team and then you've not got any testimonials or case studies, it's kind of like, well, you're not a very good team, and you probably should go back a few steps. And I think also clients like it when they're just speaking to you as owners. We know better than anyone.
I was going to say, I think they quite like it. If you to ring someone up and be like, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm a new freelancer, but I have experience with working in this and working in that, and I can show you some of my ad creatives and the type of landing pages that I use. But I am a freelancer, and it is just me that you'll be dealing with. I think that's quite nice for people. And I think if you're a beginner, you've got to fucking front that up and stop pretending that you're, the next whatever.
Yeah.
How much have we got left on the timer?
2 minutes 10.
Holy shit, we can cover a lot in 2 minutes 10.
I know.
Okay. Another way to balance. Yeah, I think.
I think it's really, mate. I think it's just understanding the step 1 and step 2 is understanding the process and then delivering on that process. I think so many people go wrong because they overcomplicate what the process actually is. It's so simple. You have a list of businesses, you ring them, you book the meetings, you deliver the meeting, you then close the meeting, potentially over a second meeting, and then you take that, send them the invoice and the contract. It's such a simple process.
Here's the thing, like, if you're listening to this, like, even when Harry's talked about closing the meeting there, closing, if you are a beginner, you don't like means, that means just asking for the business, right? But there's no harm in actually, as part of your close, just saying, look, I'll be honest, I really want to be given this chance and this opportunity to work with you. I really like your brand, and I really think I can do a good job. Like, can we make that happen? It's so genuine. That's so genuine. What you don't do is say, I guarantee you 50 leads a week.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the budget is, and all. There's a whole bunch of shit that you're going to open out for that can of worms. Yeah. So that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different video.
Yeah, I think it's also when you,
Harry, the other one that you're talking about, you just said, is follow up. Like, you can't give a presentation or have 5 to 10 minutes of someone's time talking about marketing and then not follow them up. You've got to rearrange a second meeting with them.
Yeah, we've got 35 seconds left. My final piece, mate, would be as a beginner, stop using your disadvantages as disadvantages and flip them to advantages. And it's the way you say things. For example, I'm a beginner, or I've I don't know, it's flipping those negatives into a positive. For example, when you ask for a 3-month contract, rather than saying, "Oh, God, I'm really sorry we asked for a 3-month contract because like we don't want you to run off and stuff like that," say, "Well, you know what? Like most top marketing agencies ask for a 12-month contract. We only ask for a 3-month contract, so it just relieves all the pressure." So like it's
Yep.
flipping how you say things, and that can be done in
Good.
so many different ways.
Yeah, completely agree.
But that, mate, is 10 big
Yeah,
minutes.
well, look, we're 10 minutes in. We're going to end the video. Like, if you have watched the whole video, please put a comment in to say, fucking love your content, boys. Share it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. Just keep it
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
And
shit down.
if you guys are interested in our academy, I know we've not spoke about it in a few videos, but the 3.0, if it's not already launched yet, will be launched in literally the next week or so. But the academy link will be in the description. So check it out. It's our mentorship program, weekly calls, the
It
most
is
up-to-date.
best. Like, it
Yeah.
is the fucking best mentorship program you can get if you want to start a marketing agency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the most, I don't want to go into it too much now, but the massive, massive benefit is you get on calls with Tom and I personally every single Monday to literally keep you accountable throughout your whole journey.
Yeah.
Share one kind of huge shout out, and this isn't to plug the academy really, this is just to give him a massive boost of confidence. Kid called Aaron. You probably I don't know whether you would have met him, mate. He's always anyone who's been on the academy calls will know who Aaron is. He's from India, I believe, but he's in the
Yeah. Yeah. ARUN.
yeah, he's in the UK. He's signed his first client today for 500, and I think he's like 16, and he really struggled, mate. Prior to the course, he like was almost giving up. It felt like because his accent was, he had a strong Indian accent, he wasn't getting very well with cold calls. We gave him loads of advice, and he's just signed his first client today, and he's fucking over the moon, and I'm over the moon for him. And it's like that just shows how like how good our mentorship is. I'm gonna fucking toot our own horn here, mate. It's so fucking good that like even the people that were willing to like spend years on this, not get anywhere, they work with us and they finally sign their first client is fucking huge.
Yeah,
It is
I
huge.
agree.
It's like to him that is life changing.
It's untouchable. Our mentorship and our academy is fucking untouchable to anything you'll come across on the market. And you'll come across a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking untouchable.
Yeah. So yeah, have a look in the description, guys. Link will be there. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions on Instagram, and we shall see you in the next video.